So it's no mystery when you're on the road and you're driving, and well, hopefully you are being safe on the road. And all of a sudden, you come across a road rager, or as I like to call them, the Fast and Furious drivers. Now, I've had some experiences, and I've been driving for some time now, and I just thought I would like to talk about this and share with all of you because I think this is a very important matter, especially with the growing population on this planet Earth. Today, we are going to be taking a look at some videos that I came across. These drivers are just, I have no words. They boggle my mind, and some even boil my blood because of the way that these people drive. I kid you not, there are just some people out there who deserve to get their license stripped away from them. The way these people drive is just super unacceptable, and not to mention dangerous, because they are creating a safety hazard not only to themselves but to other people around them. Now, I'd like to say to all my viewers who are watching me right now, who are all out there, I hope that you are all driving safe and that, God forbid, nothing happens to you or your family members, because driving it's a huge responsibility. You are in a moving vehicle that weighs a couple tons, and it's no game. It's not GTA, that's for sure. It's real life. That's the game. I think it's just very important for all of us to drive safe on the road. Make sure you follow all the rules and go by the speed limit and all that stuff. So the first video I'd like to show all of you is an insane one. Just a little bit of context here. There's a driver who is following another driver. The cameraman is recording the person who is quote unquote pulling this act, right? This is definitely the people from the Fast and Furious group. Get ready to fasten your seatbelts because this one's gonna be a bumpy ride. I wish I was talking about the real Fast and Furious movies, but this is not the case. This is actually real life. In the video, it shows one car following another. The title says, done by professional. The silver/gray car is swerving through traffic like he's Tarzan, going bananas, swinging through the vines. There are no vines here, just real people and real human beings with lives who have dreams and goals and aspirations. And you have these people right here driving like this. He is just going through traffic, and the cameraman as well, his driver is going insanely fast, and some of these cars are honking, and you can notice that all the other cars are just going at the speed limit. None of them are driving like these maniacs here. At the end of the video, you hear them like saying like, oh my god, he so fast, like they're just orgasming, and it's just so annoying and frustrating. And this is what really gets to me because I've seen people like this on the road myself. I don't understand it. Probably will never. Why would you drive like this? All it takes is one of the other drivers, pedestrians, all it takes for them to make the wrong turn, and the person who is driving like a maniac crashes into them and creates more road blockage and dangerous events. Now, the next video, I have a little bit of a story to go along with this one, but we'll get into that after I talk about this one. So the context for this one is there's a man who is just biking, getting that exercise in, trying to stay healthy, trying to stay fit. There's a truck that is supposed to be stopping, but they don't stop at their stoplight. It's an intersection. The man on the bike has the right of way, not the truck. He was supposed to stop.
Are you gonna stop now? That's funny.
And look for ongoing traffic, but he didn't, and he just kept on driving. And so what happened was he later then drives back to the biker.
Wow.
When he just drove off, not stopping. And I find it so crazy how some people, they go out of their way, their busy day, to go and do this to people. It's almost like he was trying to scare him off or harass him. And mind you can see how close he was to the biker. He almost hit him. That guy, I don't know what he did as far as like getting his license plate and reporting him to the police, because I sure as hell would have done that. So the story I wanted to kind of add to this one was I was driving home from work one night, and there was a car in front of me who was going a little bit too slow, and I mean really slow. So I went around the car and I was driving off, going about my business, and I was super close to home, right? I was super close. Then this guy comes speeding, right? I see his headlights get closer and closer to my car, and I see him in the back, and then he comes around me and then he stops, right? And this is at a stop sign, I mean. So he stops and I'm like, what the hell? It's like, what's going on here? What did I do? I was just trying to get around you, buddy. Like, you were going a little bit too slow for me. Like, I want to get home. And mind you, I wasn't driving crazy or anything like this. Like, I wasn't trying to cause a scene like some of these other crazy drivers who we still have a lot to go over. So this guy then follows me, right? He goes off, right, into a whole nother direction, and I make a left turn and he goes straight, right? I'm going left, he's going straight, and I'm like, okay, that was weird, whatever. You know, he was being too slow. Like, why is he getting all mad? Why is he getting all salty? I see a car speeding behind me, and sure enough, it's that one dude who got all mad and salty, and he starts honking his horn. He starts flickering his headlights at me, and I was scared for my life in that moment because I don't know what he was trying to do or wanted to do or what he was trying to accomplish. So it just goes to show that there are people out there who actually do this, where they won't follow the rules and then they'll get mad at someone for getting upset with them for not following the rules, if that makes sense. Because in the video, the guy had the right of way, the truck did not, and the biker said, yo, that's funny, like, what the hell, basically. And then he drives off the truck, and then he comes back just to honk at him. Like, what was the point? You know, you obviously didn't follow, you didn't stop at the stoplight or the stop sign. Why? Like, what are you trying to prove? So now this one's a bit crazier. It just confuses me so much. So I'm just gonna get right into it. There's a man in a car. It looks like he has road rage according to the text on the screen. This guy thinks that he is playing bumper cars.
And it's road rage in the extreme. It started when a 22-year-old motorist rear-ended a Range Rover in LA.
He first hits the first car in front of him, and then he hits the car behind
Then
him.
he rams into the pickup behind him. You can hear the tires screeching.
He's not just trashing and hitting other cars, he's also literally causing two ongoing sides of traffic. How can you say? The way he's formed, like the way he's aligned, is just in a total different lane.
Then he slams into a truck. And he's not finished yet. He puts the Mustang in reverse and floors it, hitting a Porsche traveling in the other direction.
And then he goes left and he swerves off to the other side of the street, and then he hits another car. And I don't know what this guy was on exactly, if he was on drugs or mental health issues, but it really does make you think, like, why was this guy doing this in the first place? And I just don't really know. It's just insane that there's actually these people out there who exist and causing danger to others. It's as simple as that. Now this next story is kind of a tearjerker, pretty sad actually, and so I wanted to talk about it because it's relatively new. So there was a man who got outside of his car to go help a couple of baby ducks cross the road, and its mother, to help the mother duck cross the baby ducks on the other side of the road. And while doing so, the man allegedly gets hit by another car and, you know, hits the ground, and he passes away on scene.
An extraordinary act of compassion is caught on camera as a dad stops traffic to help a mommy duck and her 7 ducklings cross a busy street. But tragically, this would be the good guy's final act. As Casey Rivera returned to his vehicle, he was mowed down by a car and killed.
Station is lying in the middle of the intersection. Keep it in progress.
Cops say the car that hit Rivera was driven by a 17-year-old.
The medics get there, but they weren't able to do anything as far as saving his life, and so it's really devastating. This man, this loving father right here, he was a father to, you know, a wonderful looking family. He was doing an act of kindness, an act of compassion, and that was literally his last act. It was an act of compassion, and he paid for it. All because another driver who was 17 years old, and I don't know, they didn't say exactly the details. It's just really sad. I'm kind of lost for words here, but you never really know. And that's the whole point of this video, is to kind of shed some light on this topic of driving and being on the road, because you just don't know what can happen. Now, you're not supposed to think like that, obviously. You hope for the best, but at the end of the day, it's other drivers you have to be worried about. The good people will always be paying for that. I think it's really sad, and I think it's not fair to those who are doing acts of good in the world where it's really needed. That gets shot down by an act of evil, unfortunate events. But yeah, that was some of the videos that I wanted to go through with all of you today. I hope that you all stay safe. I'll see you later. Peace.